Hey, what's up guys? MGH here. Welcome back to the MGH United Road to Glory. Today we begin in the January transfer window. I'm looking at potentially bringing in a new left-sided player to support Barrett. We've got Lee, but has been injured once or twice. 32 years old. I think it's time. So we're going to look at left wingers, free agents more specifically. And then, of course, we're going to play a bunch of games. I'm trying to finish off this season this week. So I'm hoping to squeeze in today's episode and tomorrow's episode the rest of this season. So let's jump into the transfer window and play a bunch of games. I found two very decent options, but in the end, I went with Kenji Gore. I don't even know what nationality that is, but he looks incredibly good. 69 rated, although he's going to be 30 soon. Perfect backup to Barrett. He had pretty good stats. You know, his shooting was relatively high. His finishing was very decent. I managed to convince him to sign here on an important squad role. Well, potentially sign. I'm not going to give anything away. And his wages were a lot lower. They recommended 9.1 thousand per week, and actually he came in with 5.8. So here we're going to go into the negotiations phase, and hopefully we can get him to agree a relatively good deal. So we went in with 5,000 per week with 50 grand up front, which he said no to. His agent wasn't impressed, but the tension circle thing in the top right corner, still green. We're going to go again, but reduce it just a little, increase it just a little bit, not too much. 5,500, 55 grand up front. Still not quite there, but still loads of time left with that tension in the top right. 6.2 thousand was what he was looking for. I went back with 6, and then I said 50 grand up front. Is that going to be the amount that seals the deal? It is. Welcome to the team. Number 30, perfect backup to Barrett, who, by the way, is rapidly improving. I'm really enjoying Barrett's progress down that left side. But anyway, we've got a few big games in this game. We're actually playing the FA Cup here. Although it's Wickham, it's still a tough one. You know, I don't want to disrespect Wickham. They are a much better side than most of the teams we've played already in this career mode. So I wasn't really sure what to expect. But we got off to a flying start. Gordon, the Liverpool Academy player that left on a free somehow. Still don't know how they've let him go for free. We signed him up and he's already almost 70 rated. He's an absolutely fantastic player. But making mistakes. Giving away penalties. It's what I do best. And as you know, I mentioned it in yesterday's episode, we've got the refereeing strictness, the refereeing strictness on high, the highest possible. So, yeah, he's giving a lot of free kicks and penalties. And we concede because of it. 15 minutes in, Holloway goes the wrong way, and we're back to square one, which is a bit of a shame considering the start we made. But don't worry, guys. It's not like I'm going to give away more penalties and do anything stupid, right? That doesn't sound like something I would do in an FA Cup game. Oh, never mind. It's another penalty. We're only 30 minutes in. We've given away 2 penalties. But they're both Stonewall penalties, so there's no complaints from me. This time, though, I guessed the right way. What a save. Holloway kept us in the game here at 1-1. But we were giving away the ball, making a lot of mistakes, and so were they. On the 40th minute, they gave me the ball in midfield. A lovely chipped pass up here to Ferguson. I couldn't quite get it down in control and shoot. We've won it back with a header, though. Here is Tito Villalba. Oh, so close. The keeper is flying, literally flying there. Rissa now driving into the box. He is a centre-back, but I've been using him a lot of left-back, and I really like him. Very versatile player. He wins the corner. The cross comes in very close on Rissa's head there. Comes back out to Villalba, who flicks it into the box, and it almost ended with an own goal there. But we go into the second half. Rissa driving forward again. He's got relatively good power. It's a good strike, saved by the keeper. Corner coming in now. Almost won the header. Here is Captain Williams out to Taylor, ex-captain. Back out to Villalba. Outside of the boot to Rissa. Oh, for God's sake, what more is it going to take to score this second goal? Rissa involved in the build-up here again. Over to Bohr, making his debut. I want to call him Kenji. I love it. Here is Brady now, the oldest player in the squad. He passes it over to Thomas, the best player in the squad. Has he won it? Well, we are into injury time and we've scored. Not long left to go. And it is enough, guys. We do win the game. We're going through to the round 4 stage, I believe it is, in the FA Cup. Hopefully we get a Premier League team. Up next was Harrogate Town. We've beaten them 3-2. Easy simulation, although conceding 2, never great. And we go into our next one. Another big game this, because Salford and Exeter City, the best 2 teams along with us in the league so far this season, really wants to make sure that we win this one. Of course, recently we've taken over top spot from Exeter, and actually they've started to go a little bit downhill, and we had Salford. Say Salford. Do you know what? I actually live near a place called Salford, and that is why I'm having a problem with it. Is it Salford there as well? It might be. It might be. If you're in Surrey and you live in Salford, you can correct me. But anyway, really wants to get the win here today, and I think it's just, again, solidifying the fact that we'll go on to win the title if we beat all the teams around us. But that is a fantastic way to open the scoring here. Ferguson receives the pass, 1 touch, bang. And look at this. Keeper so close to saving it. An assist from Thomas. You love to see it. 2 of them playing up front in this one. And now a chance for Salford, and it goes just wide of the post. Thank you to a great save from Holloway, who is rapidly becoming one of my most vital players. And they get another chance here, and it comes off the post. Salford really should be back in the game. Another chance coming in, maybe. Great tackle there from Blackman. Honestly, it was a very end-to-end game, and you can see that Salford probably did deserve something out of the first half. But we're going towards half-time here. Gordon is put through, and he slams it into the top corner. That is what we needed, guys. A 2-0 lead. You can see he is celebrating. He's happy with that one. He is becoming one of my best players as well. Very, very good on that right side. But I've got to say, the strike could have been better. Wasn't right in the corner, but hey, look, it's gone in. Can't complain. And then McGowan makes it 3. No, never mind. Just move on from that one. No idea how he's missed it. But as you can see, getting closer to that 3rd goal, and we eventually get it. It is shocking goalkeeping. It really is. Salford did not deserve to be 3-0 down at this point, but obviously we're going to go ahead and jump to result now. And you'll see they do get their reward eventually. 84 minutes in, they do pull one back, but it's not enough. 9 shots to 3. Get dominated. But as you can see here, guys, we have been drawn against West Ham. This is going to be the toughest game we have had in this career mode so far. We are playing against a Premier League giant. Not doing so well in real life at the moment. And I think it's fair to say that it could have been worse. But last season we took on Leeds, and that proved to be a really, really good challenge for us. But I think this is going to be even more of a challenge. And I moved Rissa into the centre-back role so I could bring in Brady down the left wing-back position, bring a little bit of experience into the side. And they were not going lightly, by the way. West Ham put up a seriously good lineup. They had Declan Rice in there, Areola next to him there in goal. Of course, Rice is captain. Please join Arsenal. I'd really appreciate it. They've signed Foyth, as you can see there at right back. I noticed as well throughout this match, they had Ben White on the bench, which they brought on eventually. Danny Ings up front, Bowen on the right, Paqueta in behind. It's a ridiculously good side. So I really felt like I was going to struggle. And already within the first few moments of the game, they almost scored. I think it just clipped the bar there. Unlucky Ings. But it was just, it was never ending. It was constant attack after attack after attack. Exhausting to defend against it when your players are just nowhere near as quick and as aggressive, or they just don't react as fast. You know, the West Ham players just on it. And it wasn't looking good. I'm not going to lie, guys. But we made it to 31 minutes. And we finally get on the first attack. Thomas threw on goal here, and I thought I'd hit it, and I really regret it. What was that? Absolutely terrible. We barely did anything in this first half, but just look at the way West Ham played out from the back. This is the level we want to get to. I can't wait to be in the Premier League, yet I'm still in League 2. League 1 is coming, Championship is coming, and then we will be in the Premier League. And we'll be playing teams like West Ham week in, week out. But yeah, they absolutely dominated. I was surprised I was still in the game at this point. And to be fair, because I was still in the game, I was feeling a little bit more confident, thinking, okay, I can defend against this, the onslaught. And I'd kept a clean sheet so far. Why not see if I can go again and try and nick a goal on the break or whatever? But again, I had the ball with Thomas briefly a moment ago, and I just couldn't go anywhere. There was nowhere to go, no passes available to me. West Ham were just smothering me, and they get very unlucky there, and Holloway picks up the ball. It could have ended in a goal. Barrett on the ball now. Trying to put it over the top for Thomas. We've got another chance with Thomas. Surely not. Oh my God, we almost scored. That was our second shot of the game, 72 minutes in. And actually from the corner, we almost scored again. It was cleared off the line, and West Ham genuinely living very dangerously now against a League Two side. But of course, it's West Ham, and yeah, they brought on Scamacca. I mean, 85 minutes in, and he's celebrating like they've won the game. Just wait a little bit, mate. It's not quite game over yet, but I was absolutely distraught here. Disaster of a time to concede. I was trying so hard to equalise. It wasn't looking good though, and ultimately it's a Premier League side, isn't it? So going out would not really be too much of an embarrassment, but I'm going to lump it forward and just hope for the best. Bolton finds Gore, sorry, not Bohr. I'm thinking of Barrett. Insua's in here. No way. No way. Oh my... You celebrated too early, West Ham, you idiots. They switched off. Gore found Insua, and Insua found net. Beautiful finish from the young Spaniard. Great assist from Gore there. Kenji Gore. And we have equalised with moments left. In fact, it was pretty much the last kick of the game. We have forced a replay. We will be going to the London Stadium. What a game. So we sold Townsend for $240,000 to Salford. Not a bad deal. I was quite happy to let him go. One of the fringe players in the squad. And we can always do with a little bit more cash. Now for this one, against Borough, I decided to put in Ferguson because I was starting to worry that I'd get an email from Brighton saying I'm not playing him enough and they would threaten to take him back. We get a 3-1 win there, and now it's time for the replay. And as I said, it is a worry because Ferguson is still such a big player for us. You can see here, I was tempted to start him in this one, but then I kind of got cold feet. Is that the right expression? I took him out and put in Thomas. I mean, how can I not play Thomas? My 76 rated striker against West Ham. Ferguson, I'm sorry, mate. You're just not quite on that level, but please don't be recalled. We don't need that. I'll when I sim games in the league against the lower teams, I'll definitely play Ferguson or maybe go with two up top. But yeah, we had to go with Thomas. And this time around, away from home, we get off to a really good start here. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite get enough power or accuracy on the strike there from Thomas. But West Ham continued to play very, very good football. And Holloway is just on fire at the moment. It's a great save there. Another chance coming in for West Ham. Good tackle from Blackman. But they win it back. They're going to find a lovely bit of play in the box. And it's another save from Holloway. 25 minutes in, and it should be maybe 2-0. You could argue 3-0. Another header there just going over. It was a really, really difficult place to try and play football. I mean, I struggled at home, let alone away. And look at that. It was such a teasing cross. Almost found its way to Thomas. And then, of course, West Ham play it out from the back. They decided to start Scamacca, who scored their only goal in the last game. So I don't blame them for starting him. And to be honest, he was a nightmare. 6'5", strong, quick, great finish, Premier League quality. And you just know. Try not to give away a penalty here. They finally get it through to Paqueta, and it's another save from Holloway. He is single-handedly keeping us in the FA Cup. We've almost made it to half-time because of him. We should be out by now. And you would not believe it, but we actually scored with just our second shot, I believe it was. And it's Insua. He was in down through the middle. I had Villalba on the right. I was resting Gordon for the first half at least. And Insua proving to me why he definitely deserves to play. What a finish this is. Just out of reach of Areola. We've taken the lead in an FA Cup game at the London Stadium against West Ham. I mean, it's unbelievable, but we've still got a long way to go. A whole second half yet to play. Here is Paqueta. He didn't have any options. He decides to shoot, and it's a terrible shot. I was so happy when that happened. I thought, okay, this is great. I'm tormenting them. But then the very next attack, Scamacca, great save by Holloway. I'm losing count of how many big saves Holloway has made in this game. You've got to be wondering if David Moyes is watching this thinking, right, I found my Fabianski replacement, my Areola replacement. Holloway, what a performance from him. But it was always going to be a difficult task to keep the clean sheet. We're in the 80th minute, still making those saves. It just felt like eventually they were going to find a way through. And I was hoping that they wouldn't. And then that happens. I mean, Skamaka against Williams. I would always back Williams. He's a giant in defence. But from the kickoff, I had to go for it now. I knew that if it went to extra time or straight to penalties, there was no way. They've got so much quality. And it just felt like my defenders turned into mush here, stuck in mud. And yeah, it was stressful, guys. I couldn't get the ball out of my own half. And they decided to take a corner short here. Here is Pepe. He's going to try and get it into the box. And eventually hits the post. So close. Another corner coming in now. Let's see what they do with it. Surely not another header. Nope, we've got it away. Chasing this one down. Couldn't quite get it there. They pass it around so nicely, don't they? Look at this. There's nothing you can do. My team fall to the floor. The FA Cup dream is over. It was just a little bit too much quality. Or is it? Or is it? Surely not. Guys, we've got a corner in the last seconds of this game. Can we equalise and take it to penalties or extra time? The cross comes in and it's terrible. It's a terrible corner. But we've still got a shot. Nope, never mind. It's definitely over. West Ham just had a little bit too much. But do you know what, guys? We've got the rest of the season to play out now. We're going to win the league. Okay, that's my focus now. Thank you for watching. We're out of the FA Cup, but the dream lives on to next season.